What's up everyone, it's Jess. Welcome back to my backyard garden for another video. Today we're gonna be doing some planting, you guys. It feels amazing out here. I am just loving this fall weather, and we have this gorgeous Carolina clear blue sky. I don't know why I always feel the need to show you guys the sky, but y'all, it is like mid 60s out here, not too hot, not too cold. I'm in a light sweater and I'm ready for planting, you guys. It is perfect planting weather. And if you guys missed my previous video, we did do some plant shopping. I also did a haul at the end of that video. So everything that I showed you guys, we're gonna be planting today. So we're gonna start off right back here in this back corner with me. I've got some hydrangeas, some conifers, some pots that we're gonna be planting up today as well. So let's go ahead and get right to it. All right, so we're gonna be starting right back here in what is starting to become my favorite area of the garden. I don't know, y'all. I can't really say I have a favorite just because I love all the areas of my garden, but this is becoming a strong contender. And I really quickly wanted to give you guys a shot of this gorgeous texture and color. And y'all, look at my roses. Look how pretty. Oh, I am loving my drift roses with the salvia blooms. Oh my gosh, y'all, these are quickly becoming an obsession of mine, and I am so sorry about the sun glares. It's about 11:30 in the afternoon. I'm filming on my lunch break, so I need to do this really quickly. But I just wanted to give you guys a shot while I can. Like, look at the color changes. All of the color and the texture. My Japanese maple is starting to color back up her pretty purpley red. I'm just so loving this corner. But anywho, let me show you guys the first plant we're going to be planting today. So here she is. Isn't she cute? I just love her. I think she's so pretty. So this is my Anna's Magic Ball. She is an arborvitae, and I think she's going to be the perfect pop of gold that my back corner garden needs. Let me show y'all where she's going. Right back here in this hole. So if you guys remember previously, I used to have a pufferfish hydrangea planted here. It was way too big for this space. It was starting to smother out my blue star juniper over here on the right, which is why half of it is now brown. Fingers crossed it can recover and come back. I know evergreens are super slow to rebound from any type of damage, but I'm hoping it will be okay. But anywho, also behind it, I did used to have a lemon lace elderberry planted in this back spot here. You guys saw in my previous video, I dug both the hydrangea and the elderberry out. This right here is a firelight tidbit that I have replaced it with. And I did used to have a soft serve false cypress planted in this hole here. I mentioned to you all that that will get eventually 6 feet tall and about 4 feet wide. So I just felt like it was the wrong plant to grow in this space here. And y'all, I'm trying to transplant as little as possible next spring. And I'll explain to you guys a little bit later as to why. But I still wanted to add a pop of gold in this space. And I think this Anna's Magic Ball fits that perfect. So it's gonna go right here in this little hole. Let me go ahead and get this planted and I'll show you what it looks like. Oh boy, y'all, it's end of season. I'm running low on all of my supplies, but we're gonna have to make this fertilizer stretch. Y'all, I think she is so adorable planted here. She's just like the perfect exclamation point that this area needed. It definitely was lacking some gold, and she's bringing all the gold fabulousness that this area needs. Let's move on to the next ones. All right, so next on the agenda are these gorgeous hydrangeas. You guys, look at this color. Oh my goodness, is this not stunning? Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm so excited to get these planted. So these are Let's Dance Sky View. They are so pretty. I'm loving how dense and compact these grow, but they only get, I think, 2 to 3 feet tall and wide, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check their tag. Yes, 2 to 3 feet tall and wide, y'all. So I have already pre-dug the holes. I came out here early this morning at like 6:30 because y'all, sun comes out super early, and by the time I get off work, it's dark. So I gotta garden when I can, but I did go ahead and dig 3 holes to go ahead and make it easy to pop these in the ground. They're gonna go right here underneath my gorgeous Hearts of Gold red bud. Y'all, I cannot wait for next season. This area is gonna be stunning. Let's go ahead and get them planted.
Gone before I realized I was out of my way. We sit and talk, I see your crying eyes turning red through the day.
I don't know why I try to garden with hair. Whew.
I share my mind with no censorship. Hanging
Hair
on
up.
like to try. Teardrops hanging from your upper lip, clinging on, afraid to fly, and I wait for the night when I will hold you tight.
All 3 hydrangeas are planted. I tried my hardest not to break any stems, and that was successful. I think they are the perfect trio to go underneath my tree here, and I think they look so gorgeous. They're not even in bloom yet. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh, you guys. So again, these are called Let's Dance Sky View. Here's a look at the tag. So these were the hydrangea of the year for 2024. They are a reblooming big leaf hydrangea. So I'm thinking these will probably be really popular next year. It normally takes about 2 years once the hydrangea or the plant of the year hits the market and takes off. So I'm so excited to already have my hands on these. Reblooming means that these will bloom not only on their old growth, but also their new growth. They will continue to bloom all season long, those big mop head blooms. These are going to be soil pH dependent. So if your soil is more alkaline, your blooms will tend to be more on the pink purple side. If you have acidic soil, they'll be more blue. And I would love to have blue blooms. However, I'm thinking if these are more pink, which my blooms normally do turn out pink in my garden, I think it'll be perfect because I have another Vino Verde Weigela. Y'all please ignore that gigantic weed in the back along my fence line. But once my Weigela leaves out with its pretty dark variegated foliage in the spring, it does also bloom pink. So I think these two will tie together really, really nicely. So these are going to be hardy zones 4 through 9. They only get about 2 to 3 feet tall and wide, maybe 2 to 4, just depending where you're located. And they take about 4 to 6 hours of sun. So this bed over here does get full sun all day long in the summertime. And then in the afternoon, my fence line here casts shade. So these will be protected from that harsh afternoon sun. So I'm hoping, finger crossed, they'll be really, really, really happy in this space here. Y'all, I just can't get over this fall rainbow foliage. Like, look at this. I would be perfectly fine if this looked like this all season long. Like, I don't even need the blooms. Just give me the colors and texture. But let me step back and give you guys a full span of the entire space. Look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh. I am just so pleased with how this area is coming together. And y'all remember, all of this I pulled out earlier this season, so everything planted over here has only been in the ground not even a full year, and everything just looks so full. I'm loving the combination of everything. Even with my hydrangea in the back there turning yellow and getting ready to drop its foliage, the fall vibes and the textures and the colors, I'm just so loving it under my gorgeous, well, what will soon be gorgeous This is my Hearts of Gold redbud. She's bald right now, but I still think this area is gorgeous. So I will go ahead and address the elephant in the room as well while I'm standing here. So if you guys are wondering what is happening over here, I did transplant my Limelight Prime hydrangea. This is the one that used to live over in the island bed that's in front of Rainbow Row. Transplanted here, I think, about a week and a half ago at this point. She's shocked, y'all, but she's gonna be fine. Hydrangeas are super tough. So I just need to go in and cut back her bloom stalks. So instead of trying to support the blooms, she can focus all her energy on pushing out nice, strong, healthy roots for next season. So we'll come and give her a trim probably next video. But I did also plant her here beside my little bicolor evergreen here, which I'm hoping will recover. If not, I can just cut it back and let it regrow. I did also tuck in off camera back here, y'all. Again, please ignore the weeds. I need to come in, top this area off and still pull everything. But that back there is a Kinsley Ghost honeysuckle, which I'm so excited. I do have a trellis that I'm going to be placing here in this little section so it can have something pretty to grow on. But y'all, I am so excited about how this area is starting to fill out. I did also temporarily go ahead and pop in one of my clearance plants here just so that it can survive the winter. This is a Blue Star juniper that I got on clearance, I want to say early March. Like, it's literally just been living in its can all summer. So figured it'd be fine recovering here just through the winter, and then I can find a permanent home for it next season. But yeah, you guys, I am so pleased with how this bed is coming together. All right, you guys, we are running short on time. I have about 10 minutes left before my lunch break is over. This may have to be a two-part video, but really quickly, I'm going to try to get my pots planted up. All right, so here are the plants we're going to be planting into my containers. I hauled these in my previous video for you guys. Let's go ahead and get them planted because, again, your girl got to go back to work. So here are the two pots we're going to be planting. I have one here and then one on the other side of my mailbox over there. And look, little bumblebee is still enjoying blooms, you guys. That just is confirmation. I'm so proud of myself for not cutting off the blooms when I gave this a haircut in my previous video. The bees are still loving them. But anywho, let's go ahead and get the pots planted up and I'll give you guys a brief tour of everything that I planted. First plant we're going to be planting today is a heuchera called Fire Alarm. Look at the red color on this. It is so pretty. The leaves are massive and I love the purple stems. So gorgeous. Next up, front and center, I have a gorgeous cabbage. This one is going to have that pretty pink center. And then flanking the backside on either side, I'm going to pop in two of these Miss America mustards. Changed my mind, y'all. I think I want the heuchera on the back side and I can alternate the Miss Americas. All right, one pot down, so I've got a Ms. America flanking each side of my Morgan Arborvitae centerpiece. I have the gorgeous cabbage in the front, and then spilling over the back, the Fire Alarm heuchera. So I'm pretty much going to mirror the same thing over here on this pot. right, so I was able to get both containers all planted up. So again, we have the Ms. America Mustards flanking either side of the arborvitae. This is a Morgan arborvitae, and you guys can see she's already starting to get her nice red tinge to her foliage. I'm so excited about it. But again, Ms. America is spelled M-I-Z. Here's a look at her tag, if it'll focus for me. There we go. She is a Japanese mustard. She grows about 18 to 24 inches tall and wide. So these are actually going to put on some nice size. I will be giving them a little bit of fertilizer when I water them in. She does take full sun. This is a part sun area, so it gets a strong block of morning sun, and then it's protected in the afternoon. And then in the front, I popped in a gorgeous purple, well, what will soon be pink cabbage. And then on the back side, we have the gorgeous fire alarm heuchera. So when you're standing from the front, here is the view, and then pretty much just mirrored the same thing over on this side. I cannot wait to see them fill in. Whew, y'all, talk about speed planting. So I feel really good. I got everything in the ground that I wanted to today. I was able to get all 3 hydrangeas planted, the arborvitae, and also my pots up front. So I probably will make a part 2 of this video. I do still have some perennials to get in the ground as well as some more conifers. So I will catch y'all a little bit later. Peace.